Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys talking about some shadow token. Well, I thought this one was dead. I'm not going to tell you any lies, but hey, it looks like it's coming back to life. Over 44% on today. So this is pretty impressive. So remember, whatever we say on the channel is not financial advice. But if you like what you see, we just ask you to like and subscribe to us. Really appreciate you guys, and we thank you for giving us the opportunity to give you some information. So appreciate it. Now, whoa, looks like it's jumping even as we speak, going at 47. Wow. So maybe by the time I leave this video, it's going to be on 50. So this sucker seems to be jumping pretty nicely. So just a little bit of a heads up on that. Let's see, 7 days, 77%. That is pretty impressive. With the 1 month, it is up 66.9%. With the 1 year, it is still down 70%. So guys, those of you who are actually in it or who want to get in it, it looks like you do have a lot more room to run. So just a little bit of a heads up on that. So like we said, whatever we say is not financial advice, but like I said, it looks pretty promising. I had done a lot of research on it as well. I know that it's also based on the Solana network as well. So this thing has a lot of promise. But anyways, gotta admit, I saw that graph and the chart. I was like, eh. And at the time, it just looked too bad. But you know, one of the things we have to accept is that when you have a bear market for a long time and the bull market starts to come around, there's certain cryptos that just don't get that attention until later on. I'm looking at the volume as far as like the volume is up 674%. So this is insane volume. It's looking really good today. So just a heads up on that. Things are looking mighty nice. Man, it's up to 46%. So looks like it's going to be doing pretty well. Now, let's see what's going on with the rest of the market. The rest of the market, Bitcoin is at 117,000. Ethereum is a little bit over 3,000, not bad at all. Fear and greed is about the same at 70%. Market cap is at 3.66 trillion. Moving on a little bit, Bitcoin dominance at 63.3. Ethereum is at 9.8. Not bad, not bad. So just a little heads up on what's going on there, guys. Now let's see what else we got here. So this is the X Twitter site, and this one's kind of not moving anymore, but this is the GenesysGo, and they give you a little bit of information. It says, as we continue our work on Shadow Drive, we will be posting updates exclusively on Blue Sky from now on. So, and that was pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. Let's go to Blue Sky. Let's see. Blue Sky empowers its users to own their own data and even power their social media posts on their own hardware drive by virtue of being built on top of the AT protocol. Let's go to Blue Sky. Let's go. Now, in this particular case, we're looking at GenesysGo, which owns Shadow Token. Okay. So, and they gave us a little bit of information here. There's this guy named Frank the Trader, Blue Sky Social. So apparently he's been giving us a lot of great information that we need. And in this case, 17 days ago, module 1 was fully operational. And so he was giving us the information on that. And from what I remember, there were several, there's a total of 15 modules. It says 1 module down, 14 more to go. So in other words, we got several of those. Now, this is what I think just happened. According to this, 10 hours ago, let me click this and make sure it comes up if I can. It says, we modules number 4 through 6 finished and running properly. So right here, this looks like some great information concerning what has just happened. So Frank and whoever's helping him are working on the modules apparently, and it looks like these guys are how can I say, they're getting a lot done. So, and the good part about it is this is the best time to be getting it done because of the fact that if anything, we're looking for the full, alt season to come maybe in a few months when we get some quantitative easing and something, some of that nature. So perfect timing. And so this is a great time to be working on that. Once it gets up and running, people are going to feel even more positive about the overall project. So that's got to be the reason that's pumping. I kept looking over and over again. I could not find any articles or any news reports or anything of that nature. So apparently there are some people who are watching Blue Sky Social. Well, it's enough followers. Third of 1,000. That's not bad. So let's see. Let's go to the website. Storage without compromises. They're still giving us a lot of good positive information about Shadow Token. User-friendly, secure, competitive scaling, community-driven platform. Okay, so giving us a lot of good information, a lot of good use cases, etc. Archival and backup, social media, web hosting, data sets, personal and editable storage. So a lot of great things that they are mentioning. Yeah, these guys are on GitHub, Gitbook, Discord. Well, mainly I see that they're on Blue Sky. My bad. So I did see a little bit on GitHub as far as they're doing a little bit of a project or two. So we just keep that in mind also. Pause whatever. But one of the things, let's look at this a little bit more. We got, well, yeah, actually, I'm wrapping it up here. So this is all the information we needed on this particular video. So the timing is good. Okay. So let me make sure we look at this nicely. Going back to where we were. Yep. So just a heads up on this. I got a good, strong feeling about Shadow Token. I gotta say, and we all make mistakes. So I will admit, I thought this thing was dead, but at the same time, not financial advice. If you are at a certain level with Shadow Token, and if you see that you're able to get out at a positive or able to cash out with a profit, then that's what you should do. So I'm not telling anybody to hold this thing, because we're buying, we are buying and holding, but we're gonna be selling, like at a profit. Just saying. So once you feel like you get to a profit, that's up to you. Not financial advice. We're not telling people what to do. But the main thing is realize that this one's looking a lot more promising than it did, and it sure worked out a whole lot better. Have real life investing. Have a great day. Bye. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.